Welcome back. So for lesson 11, we're going to be working on multiplying decimals. And the first one we're going to do, we're going to use a model to show us what is happening. So our problem is 3 times 800. And so the first thing that I want to do is show that 800. And I'm doing this times 3. And we know that multiplication is really just repeated addition. So this is telling me how many times I am adding 800s together. So I need 3 groups of 800s. And if I count these up, that tells me that I have 24 hundreds. But I know that I can't have 24 in one place value. And so in order to fix this, I'm going to need to bundle. And I bundle in groups of 10, as many times as I can. So I'm going to take 10 of these and bundle them together, and 10 hundredths makes 1/10. And I'm going to do that again. Here's another 10, group of 10, which makes another 1/10. And there are 4 left over. So now this 2 moves here because this 2 is representing 2/10. And there are 4 of the hundredths left over. And so that tells me what my answer is, which is 24 hundredths. So now let's take a look at how to multiply using an array. With an array, we're really just using some boxes very similar to the place values that we were just using. So for this problem, we have 3 times 5 and 43 hundredths. I have 3 place values right here, so I'm going to need 3 boxes in my array. On Zearn, there are multiple steps that they do here. So I have a ones place, a tenths place, and a hundredths place. I have 5 ones, 4 tenths, and 3 hundredths. And I'm multiplying that times 3. So on Zearn, they want you to show this using a model, and I'm going to use X's instead of dots. It doesn't really matter which you use. So 3 times 5, that's 15. 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times 3 is 9. Okay. So we've talked about before that we cannot have 12. We can't have a number with 2 digits in one place value. So we combine a group of 10 of these, and that's going to be moving over here. But this tells us that we now have 10 tenths, which is 1 whole, and 2/10 left over. We have 15 ones, and we're going to add that 1 and 2/10 to that. And then we also have 9 hundredths. So I need to write this as 9 hundredths. And now those need to be added together. My brain works better when I add going vertically, but you can do it this way. If you're going to do it this way, be very careful because it's easy to get those decimals out of line and then come up with the wrong answer. Remember that when you're adding with decimals, that you want your decimals to line up. And one of the things that makes it easier for me is if I add those invisible zeros. It just helps me keep everything organized in my mind. Okay, so then I'm adding. And so my answer is 16 and 29 hundredths. Hope this helps.